Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 94 Feet, where we talk all things college hoops all the time. Now, today we're going to be talking about Cooper Flagg, the number one prospect, the number one recruit all across the nation. He will be attending Duke this year with other freshmen like Darren Harris, Isaiah Evans, Khan Nupel, Patrick Ngangba, Kamal Malak. There's a lot of players or a lot of freshmen that will be attending Duke. Before we start off, Cooper Flagg, standing at 6'9", about 200 pounds, may be the best two-way prospect we have seen since Anthony Davis. And today we're going to talk about why I think he is that good, why I think his game can translate almost effortlessly at the college level, and why I think he's going to be a problem for defenses and for offenses for years to come. Now, when we look at Cooper Flagg, who finished high school as the Gatorade National Player of the Year, the Chipotle National Player of the Year award, and also Gatorade's Maine's Player of the Year in 2022. He also went to Maine and then transferred to Montverde Academy, which is a powerhouse of a high school where he could play against a little bit more competition, probably better competition. And he went through that senior season averaging about 16 and a half points, 7.5 rebounds, a steal and a half, and 3 blocks. So let's just get into some of the things I like about Cooper Flagg, and let's move on. Let's move from there. Okay, so first thing I want to do is talk about the ball handling. I think he has a very tight handle, and I think he can actually use his handle to create better shots or better looks for himself or for his team around him. As we can just look real fast, I like the way he keeps the ball tight, and it looks like he can have a very good control of it and not be ripped up as often. Now, this was good defense by number 35, whoever's guarding him, and he definitely missed the shot, but I definitely think there's some type of upside of him creating with the ball in his hand. Even if we look at this play right here where he pump fakes, sidestep, gets the 3-ball off, his jump shot is so elevated and it's so high, it's such a high arc. It's going to be hard to contest that shot. The way he's able to put it up, and he's 6'9", the way he's going to be able to shoot the ball over defenders, I think he's going to have a real chance of knocking down shots literally just due to his height that we see all the time in the NBA. Okay, this is something I would like to see a little bit more of from Cooper Flagg, and it's something where he drives past his defender. And one, I think he's going to be playing the 4. I don't think he's going to be a 3. I definitely think he's going to be playing the power forward position. So when you run into guys like this guy who's around your size and has the weight on you, or around your height and has the weight on you, how are you going to finish against guys like that, and how are you going to finish through contact and people who are going to really be defending the rim at a higher level, whether it's collegiate or it's in the NBA. But once again, I mean, there's not a lot of things that I would complain about from Cooper Flagg's offensive ability, because when we look at it, just against the same guy I was talking about, if we go back a couple of seconds, just against the same guy I was talking about who may be his height and has a little bit of weight on him, he gets right past him. He's in the isolation, and like I said, his handle is tight enough to where he can create an efficient shot for himself majority of the time. He gets a lot of separation in his shot, and this is a good shot. It just doesn't fall. So I think there's still a lot to look at Cooper Flagg and be like, yeah, I'm 100% confident that he can be his own shot creator efficiently at the next level, or even at the NBA level. Now, this is the thing I mentioned in an Ace Bailey video, where I was saying it's good to practice NBA habits, especially being the best player on the floor and getting basically the ultimate green light when you're playing, talking about Ace Bailey. There are about, from Liam McNeely to Asa Newell, these 3 guys are probably going to be fighting for an NBA draft spot next season, come next year. And then I think Darren Harris is on the other team. Just somebody I could think of off the top of my head. So when we watch this clip, I think this is the clip right here. If you see the open man, hit the open man. That's such a good quality shot, and that's a habit that I would really want to see these young guys really take advantage of. Because in the end of the day, it's good to have a muscle memory of knowing, okay, I have 4 defenders crowding every lane I have to the basket. I have a wide open Asa Newell in the corner. Let me hit him for an open 3-pointer. And I think that's something a lot of people don't talk about in Cooper Flagg's game. I mean, he doesn't knock it down, but it's still an open shot. A lot of people don't talk about that in Cooper Flagg's game. He's a really good playmaker. And when I mean a really good playmaker, I'm not saying he's blowing you out of the water with his reads defensively, but it's just hitting the open man, and a lot of these shots aren't going down, but it's definitely refreshing to see a player who is going to read the floor and see the open player and know when he has an advantage when one of his guys are open. You see that? That's like a connective pass right there. That's something that does not happen without Cooper Flagg. That's an assist that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So, and this is something where it's like, yeah, this may be like a little easy, but it's not as easy as you think. Some of these young players do not have that ability to play make for their guys as of yet. And that's not an issue, but that's just something that you would love to see going into the collegiate level, because it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder at that stage. Guys are going to be taller, stronger, quicker. You're not going to be able to blow past everybody every single time, So we're going to look at his defense, because there's definitely some things I want to get into. So let's get it. Now, when I look at Cooper Flagg and we look at his ability on defense, his ability on offense, it's a lot that you can look at him and be like, this is going to be one of the better defenders in the league, on top of him being such a great scorer. So with his size, with his length, it's going to be very hard for offenses to really get their offense going when he's on the floor, just because of his length. And I think he is very active on that side of the floor. He has great hands, and he's able to contest shots, even recover on his defenders very quickly, just because of his length and how quick he moves on that side of the floor. He's always able to contest shots. Even with that shot going in, that's a very tough shot from his future teammate Darren Harris. Once again, able to contest the shot. That's something that I think is very valuable from him, and he's also able to step out on the perimeter and guard as well. So he's going to be very versatile on the defensive end. He's going to be very active. He's going to be able to get in transition. He's a great playmaker when it comes to the defensive end. He gets his hands up and he contests shots almost all the time he's in the play. So once again, I think he's going to be a great defender. Now, this is probably going to be one of the shorter videos I have on my 94 feet film and season previews, just because I think Cooper Flagg is one of those guys who doesn't really have a lot of complaints to his game. I still think there's some parts where he can improve in, but in the end of the day, I think that's all going to come with time. Like, I think that's something that can be fixed at the higher level pretty quickly, to where you can see that issue go away within his second or third game. But yeah, I mean, I usually do these videos because I want to shed light on some of the things that the highlight tapes may not show on these guys, and that's basically the point. And Cooper Flagg is such a great defender, and he's so great on the offensive end, to where I don't really have a lot of criticisms to his game. So if you guys like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping college basketball content probably every day, and then when the season starts, we're really going to start getting into a lot of things that I have planned for the 94 foot show. So if you guys like this type of content, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's try to get to 1,000 subscribers before the NBA season starts, and I'm out. Peace.